Yo, what's up, gamers? I'm filming another garden update. Pumpkins still have powdery mildew problems and stuff. It's actually kind of pretty bad now. Some leaves don't have it, some of them do. Actually, a lot of them have it, but it's really not great. That pumpkin down there is doing pretty good. Got a big green one over there that I almost tripped and fell when I tried to show you guys originally. Sorry. I got to step in between all these huge vines. Yeah, look at that thing. It's weird shaped. It's got some warts on it, but it's a beauty. It's a good old pumpkin. That poor leaf almost just got torn in half by my knee. The orange one, that big old one, we harvested early because it had something born into the side of it, and it was ripe anyway. Because they were planted early, so it's fine. It still hasn't rotted or anything. There's another big old green one back in there. I don't know if I can get a good shot on it, but right there, poor leaf just almost gave out. You can see that thing. It's got a very nice bottom. It's hard, but it's not ready. Now I'm gonna run down here. By the way, filming some opsies today. Thought I'd do a garden update because, you know, got to do some serious stuff along with some joking stuff. Got a tiny little butternut there. There's a bunch of butternuts in there. Pumpkin. This plant has something interesting on it that I don't think was there last time. It's also got tons of powdery mildew. We just don't got, my mom just, I don't know what the ratios are for mixing the spray for it, but my mom does, but I just, you know, don't. But look at this thing. It's weird. It's a weird little pumpkin. It almost looks like a mix of a, not a butternut, well, maybe a butternut, but it looks like a mix of a jack-o'-lantern or like a Connecticut field pumpkin with blue Hubbard. It's weird. It's got a weird shape. There's this one, nice and orange, but on the bottom it's got some green. Gotta wait for all that to go. Gotta wait for this plant to die off in September. Well, it is September, but later this September, I'm gonna wait for fall to harvest them. This thing's weird shaped, dude. Look at that. It is so weirdly shaped. It almost looks like a tato if it were green and a pumpkin from Fallout, like a, you know what I mean, like a tato from Fallout. But you got that one there. You got that one there, growing underneath there. It almost looks red because it's very dark orange. But anyway, let's go into the garden. Well, you can see on the outside we got some nice big old tomato plants. They're growing pretty big. I know, sorry about all the junky stuff over there. But it's very overgrown in here, I'll be honest. It's just hot. We're going to get a rototiller and till it all under when we can. Jalapeno plant is doing excellent. Got a bunch of jalapenos on there. I don't know if you guys can see that, but it's pretty nice. These nasty little weedy-like grapevines. They grow grapes, but they're really tiny and they're nasty. Dead cucumber plant. It couldn't do it no more. It just gave up. We got a lot of cucumbers off it anyway. Plenty of peppers. They're getting eaten by something though. See, that one has barely any leaves on it because it's been eaten and stuff. That one's coming back. Some moth. Butternut squash. All along here we got a nice big old squash there. Not too big, but it's okay. What else do we have? We have, you know, another butternut coming in there. Some of this plant here, this one that's dying off, is our blue Hubbard. It's not doing very good. It's about dead. It got eaten up by stuff and torn apart, and it didn't do well. Butternuts were dying like that at the beginning of the year, but they came back, did a lot better. You can see you got that. Well, obviously that one there I showed you, but it's interesting because there's that one there and the one outside the fence over there. Lots of tall weeds. Got that there. There was a really big one sitting right there, but we harvested it a little too early, but I mean, you're supposed to harvest them when they're ready, not, you know. This cucumber we're letting grow for seed because it's just too ripe. So my mom just left it on there. Didn't cut it. There's some nasty little rotten cucumbers and stuff over there. Obviously that pumpkin. It's on the outside. It's sitting on a firework mortar because we had nothing else to put underneath there to keep the vine from breaking. As we didn't want the vine to get too hurt. This is interesting. This is a cucumber vine right here. That's cucumbers. I'm just saying that because the leaves are weird. And the flowers on there are not like pumpkin flowers or squash flowers. They're a bit too small. This one starts from right there and goes up and goes on there. We are by no means professionals. Keep that in mind. We're also not very good gardeners, but I just do what I can to get some crops. You know, we got some nice tomatoes. There's some weird ones. These plants. In fact, actually, look at these. I can harvest these. They're ripe. Well, that one needs a little bit more time, but this one, I accidentally pulled the stem off of it. Those are some nice red tomatoes. Got a spider in my hair. I love the smell of tomatoes. They smell really interesting when they first come off the vine. Also, sorry about putting my hand on there. I just trying to sweep cobwebs off my head while also filming. It's kind of hard to do. Old sprayer thing doesn't work very well. My mom fixed it though, surprisingly. It got broken and torn down and stuff. Yeah, we're just gonna go in here. We're gonna mow it and then we're gonna rototill it all under. Now we're gonna put in new layer of boards there on top of those, like some new 4x4s, and then we're gonna take. We might make this a greenhouse. I don't know, but that's one of the possibilities of it. Yeah, the other thing is once we put in those more boards, we're gonna raise the dirt level in here. Get more soil for it, and then we're gonna have it like that. You know what I mean? And so there won't be many weeds in there, and the ones that there are, we can just pull, and they won't overwhelm us because there were so many weeds in this thing this year. Mostly because it wasn't a super raised bed; it was in the ground, and that's made me learn that if you do weeds on, if you do, plant a planter on the ground, you have those problems. You got the problem of having those weeds grow up like that. No, I didn't realize that, but now I know. So, this has been my garden update. I don't remember which garden update this is, but I'll figure it out and put it in the title. So, anyway, oh, by the way, thought I should do something else in this garden update really quick just to show you guys. See all this cut down tree and stuff, because we're clearing this out for pumpkins next year. Pumpkins like jack-o'-lanterns, a bunch of different squash types we're going to grow up in there. It's such a pain in the ass to cut all that down, as you can't really get a mower up there well, because of the incline. But thought I'd just show you guys that really quick. Up in them woods, we're going to grow a bunch of squash and pumpkins and stuff. Probably going to cut it off that way and that way a little bit more. It just takes a while to get it all cleared out. And I didn't work on it today. I worked on it yesterday and the day before, but today I just didn't work on it because I was busy doing other stuff with my friends and things like that. So anyway, see you guys later.